What is good, friends? And welcome back. It's your boy 44 Mag, your host for this stream tonight, just before the update 13.1. We will have some interesting new feature in the next update, and I wanted to address some content by a video. So yesterday I was scripting my video, was writing my script, because most of the important topic that I want to discuss is scripted. I have a teleprompter, I write everything, I make sure that I don't forget anything. So I started to write down my script around 10 p.m. just after my jogging, and suddenly no more power outage. It was snowing hard yesterday night. It about 20 centimeters of snow in my general area, heavy snow, and power outage. A lot of, I guess, trees fell down and cut the power. So until starting around 10 p.m. until 3 p.m. the next day, no power. So I guess I couldn't finish my script. So I said, since the update is soon, I will do a stream so we can talk about it. And even better, you guys can interact, ask your question. So you will have all the information to make a good decision regarding this officer swap event that everybody and their mama is talking about. So I want to say hello to Baguette. What is good, Baguette? Crystal, how are you today? Crystal, we have J Master Gaming, Cheese Doodle, that is talking about the Zero Laws, a whale, and Silver One. That's crazy. Smudge, what's happening? We have Francisco Guerrero Hernandez. Hola, senor. Who else? General Ghost with us tonight. I will be starting the Warbound finale. So, General Ghost, if you want to advertise your Warbound, feel free to do it in my live. Of course, God versus S40 will be stealing the spotlight for the elite. How do they call this? Yeah, the elite. So the rookie, we have view schedule. W Arcade Champion versus P2G. And Hello versus All Star, server 84. Sorry, I take that back. Hello beat All Stars, and W Arcade Champion beat P2G. So it's going to be W Arcade Champion versus Hello. That is a weird name, Hello, but that's fine. Who do we have in Hello? Okay, those big whales. All right, I get it. Now I understand. All Stars, not too bad too. I saw one of their allies pretty strong. And in the elite division, we have GOT versus S40. Needless to say, my money is on GOT. And if you want to win, you should win. You should win if you put all your chips on GOT. GOT, they are impressive in Warbound. They are impressive also in the in Conquest. Even if they are outnumbered, they outperform S40 in terms of killings. They have some massive whales, good organization, good communication. It was truly a show of force last match against F2P. They literally steamrolled them. Not F2P, but sorry, PF58. They steamroll PF58. They beat F2P already. They beat S40 already, the knockout. So if they can keep the same recipe, they should be able to defeat S40 3 times in a row, because the final has 3 matches, right? So there you have it. Unless S40 decided to magically find a secret recipe to beat God, but I doubt it. Mag, when you start Hawaii, don't ally with the person sharing your entrepot. It's the only alliance you can fight for the first 7 days. Got it. Our General Ghost is in WRK. So show us how it's done, sir, in 4 days. Okay, we will be watching you. I cannot stream both matches at once. Maybe I can, depending of what time it is. If it's 2 different time, then I will stream it. If not, then I'll have to stream the elite match. So guys, thank you for being with me. WRK sucks. Oh yeah, the rivalry already happening. So tonight, just before the update, I want to talk about something important about the officer exchange. Okay, I know there's a lot of content about this topic. I didn't watch the other content creator, so I don't know what they said, and it doesn't matter what they said. I'm gonna say it to you my way, just to make sure that you don't make a bad decision. You don't take a bad decision. No buyer's remorse. Can I open? So I will shut down this game, and I will start. I will put this on hold, and I will open the test server. I'm working on this the Air Force video. You guys requested to have some insights, some tips and tricks how to win the sky. So I'm working on that content. I'm capturing from some footage. I did some tests to share with you in my next upcoming video. Not the next one, but upcoming video. So you guys do the right thing. So I will open up BlueStack and show you the test server. That will help me explain what I need to explain regarding the officer exchange. Swapping mirror for Silver Fox so I can finish my fighter. That is a good move. I will not talk about the exchange for the free-to-play officers. This is a no-brainer. I will just tell you that if you want to do one exchange, one free-to-play exchange, or even 2, it will cost you very little money, very small amount of kudos, not too many doubloons. Okay, it will be affordable. If you have $5 laying around, if you guys can spare your Starbucks coffee for a day, you can afford the officer exchange. It's not going to be 100% free. Will cost you $5, 5 euros, maybe not 5 pesos, 5 Canadian dollars, depend, doesn't matter where you are on this planet. It will be very affordable, and you can trade up to 2 officers. And this is not a problem. I don't see an issue with this. The issue is if you plan to trade a bistro hero, a bar officer, okay? This is the problem. It's not a problem per se, but if you think you have a good deal, think carefully. Nothing is free in this world. The reason is, especially those bistro officers, there's a price tag behind those officers because they are called exclusive lounge. Exclusive means not everybody can have them, and it's the only way to keep the value high is by limiting the quantity, making them difficult, hard to access, making them exclusive. Okay, so that is the trick. That is how they market those officers. So let's open the officer swap page, and most of you that have the intention to swap a Bistro officer, they are thinking about Professor Payne, right? He is the main suspect. He was never awesome. He was average, and today in today's standard, he's absolutely trash. I mean, Gen 2 free-to-play officers are better than Professor Payne. I made a video about that, a shorts video, okay? However, he have one good skill, one great skill. And this is what I'm trying to explain you. So let's talk about what we know and the price behind the Bistro exchange. And let's assume that you are trading a Bistro, a full Bistro for another full Bistro. Okay, not only a few skills. I don't even know if Lilith will allow it. There's so little information about this event that we have to assume a lot of things. So I'm gonna make it the worst case scenario. You start with a full Bistro and you're looking for a new Bistro from scratch. So what we know is you need 730 coupons to do a full swap from a full officer to a full officer. Okay, you can obtain 155 coupons for $5. That includes the free coupon. I keep saying statues. That includes the free coupons, but not the free, but the coupons for 80,000 gold, plus the free coupons from the battle pass and the paid coupon for $5. So 155 coupons, you need 730. The difference can be purchased from two sources. Let's pick Payne. So from the officer swap, not the officer swap, hold on. From the officer swap gift, okay, we don't know exactly how much you can obtain. This is a better deal. If you don't need the full amount, of coupons or vouchers, you can start with this event, but it's really hard to tell how many squares you can obtain. You see 4 coupons. So the first one is free. Then you have 4 vouchers for $2. So a voucher is about 50 cents. And then another 4 vouchers for $2, and after that we don't know. And even if I collect or claim my free voucher, if I try to open this one, it say that this account is not linked to a credit card, and I don't think I'm gonna spend just to show you. Okay, so you have this one, that X amount of vouchers for X amount of dollars. Then the officer swap special. This one, I think it's more expensive because if you look carefully, for $5 you have 5 vouchers. So if you upscale this, it's about a dollar per voucher, more or less. So out of the 730 coupons, you, after the free and the discounted one with gold and whatnot, you will need 575 vouchers that you need to spend real money. That will cost you approximately 575 coupons. Let's assume that, okay? Because we have to set a benchmark somewhere. So it's going to cost you $575. The trick is, yes, it's less expensive than awaken an officer from scratch in a timely fashion. You're looking at 1,600, depending of your luck. So 575 is more affordable than 1,600. But for $575, you're not getting an additional officer. You're trading an officer. So you have to surrender one to update a new officer. So you're switching. What I'm trying to say here, it's really important, guys. So if you take Professor Payne and you're looking for the Desert Jaeger. That is the most desirable officer right now. You will have to surrender this skill right here, which is one of the best skill in the game. Increases the officer skill boost of this officer's troop by 30%. Okay? And you have to figure about $400 USD to retrain or level or level back to level 5 or max this skill to level 5. So in reality, if you want to stick with this skill, it's going to cost you $575 plus about $400. So $975 to keep that skill. Okay? And you're not, like I say, you're not, you don't claim an additional officer, you're just trading. So it's not, you're not getting a deal here. Okay? It's still expensive. But if this is what you're looking for, and if you thought about that, and you're okay with this, then it's all good. I'm just trying to help you out, protect the community just before you make a mistake. And once you swap, it's too late. You cannot revert. Lilith said that. Think carefully, because once you do it, it's done. You cannot reverse the process. You cannot revert it. And it's a one-time offer. This will not come back. So you need to be careful about that. Okay? How many diamonds? It comes with 0 diamonds. Back in the day, the first time I accessed the test server, one guy from the community, a community manager, told me that there was a way to obtain fake diamonds to try the event. I don't know what happened to that. So, and I'm sorry, but I asked Lilith how many packs or on this thing here, the officer swap gift. I asked them how many square there are and how much it costs to finish the mission, and they didn't want to tell me. I'm sorry, I asked. So I'm just protecting myself. They didn't want to tell. That's fine. What else? Oh yeah, I asked Lilith if you can trade a partial officer. Let me show you. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna start my game once again. That will be easier to understand. Leonhard making a face. So this is what I want to talk about. Those Bistro officers. If you think you're getting a good deal, think again. Make sure you do the right thing. I know what I'm going to do if I can do it. Once again, I ask and I got no... I actually got an answer, but the answer didn't make any sense. They just politely answer without answering. So I have to... I have little hope, but maybe they are wrong. So the thing is, if I look at my officers, right there. So right now, I have this guy, Rictus Reaper, another deadbeat officer. He was never good. When he was released, he was never good. So right now he's not better. Okay, so Rictus Reaper, I have this skill at 3, level 3, level 3, level 2, and level 2. How much from level 1 to level 2? That's about 10 statues, I think. So 10 plus 10, 20. And this is 10 plus 20, 30. So 60, 70, 80. That's 80 statues wasted on that officer. 80 statues, okay? And I want to awaken this lady right here. One skill left. Level 4 to upgrade to level 5. I need 30 statues. I need 70 statues. Can I trade the 80 statues of Rictus Reaper for 70 statues for Fleeting Arrow, plus the cost of the base price of 10 statues, 10 coupons? If I can, I will be happy. That will just, when all the stars are aligned, that would be perfect. I have little hope, but let's find out. We'll find out soon enough. So that is my goal. That's right now what I want to do. I'm going to keep Professor Payne, even though he's not the best, even though I don't use him anymore as an officer. But he still have a skill right here. He's training Red Heat. And if we look at Red Heat, where are you, Madame? So that skill right here, which I think is one of the best, increases the officer skill boost of this officer's troop by 30%. He's training Red Heat. So Red Heat skill is boosted by 30% for a devastating effect. So that's why I like Professor Payne. But if I had to redo, if like I was starting to play today, I would only awake or max this skill right here. I would not bother about Professor Payne. He's outdated as a whole officer right now. Yes, you have. I'm impressed, man. Thank you. The second non-lounge officer is 150, right? Something like that. Yeah. Pretty much. Well, maybe less, because if you purchase those coupons, I was about to say statue. If you purchase those coupons here in this mini game or this this boutique, this store, you see you get 4 vouchers for $2. You get another 4 for $2. And here you get 5 for $5. So this is not a better value. This is a better value. And you look, the discount percentage is bigger. Like you get a bigger discount. How accurate is that? I don't know. Is this just marketing? I don't think so. But this is a better value. The thing is, we don't know. The trick is, that's why we only see 8 squares. We don't know what's coming next. But if you do I have this? Those kind of boutique, they keep, we see them more often now. Okay, I don't have it right now, but this kind of concept is getting more popular, but we don't know. That's why it's a better value. We don't know if we will have enough, but you should start with this event, and it should still be affordable. But the main thing is, at least you can trade one free-to-play officer for $5, which, like I said, if you're a coffee guy, if you smoke cigarette, if you drink, whatever you do that you buy every day, you just skip your purchase for 1 day, and that will finance your free-to-play officer. Okay. If you're into Starbucks coffee, I'm not judging you. I just don't understand how you can pay $5 for a coffee when you can brew it at home. But I respect that. Everybody have some weird habit. As for the free-to-play officer, if I would trade, which one I would trade right now? As you can see, I have many officers. Okay, the Navy is done. And we cannot keep the statues in stock, so if there's an upcoming officer, we cannot think about that. We have to trade the officer right now and not the future one. We cannot save those statues. So everything in the Navy is done. Air Force. Is there any desirable officer I'm looking for? Maybe Inferno, but Not required. Ground force, which officer would I go for? The first one I would trade would be Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, she's not even training right now. Dead Adder is not training, so those two heroes could be laid off. And which officer would I go for? Margarita or...
Gotta clear my head.
Nah, Steel Angel.
Has a temper.
She got better skills. So this one is a good balance. Firepower, HP, it's okay. This one, 15, increases the damage intensity of this officer's troop by 15%. If their troop is garrisoned in your base, its damage intensity is further increased by up to 20. So 35% damage intensity if garrisoned. So that is not bad. I think I would go for Steel Angel. Okay. Now, the second part of this stream, friends, if you have questions, go ahead, ask me anything. But the second part is to help you pick the right officer if you're planning to do a Bistro swap. I've played with all of them. I have a lot of experience with all those officers. It's not to pretend I'm the best player, but I have some knowledge and I can help you make the right decision if this is what you're looking for. Thank you, Cheese Doodles. I am doing White Wolf for Steel Angel. All right. Paying for a single free trade officer is a shame. It is a shame, but it's $5. It's $5. It's not the end. But if you're against spending, I respect that 100%. So let's start with the ground force. Let's start with the tank officers. Tank officers right now, the two best heroes are Desert Jaeger and Steel Phoenix. If you want to pick the best of the best for either light tank, main battle tank, and maybe helicopter, because soon we have an update for the chopper. We'll get much better. And by the way, I made some tests right now, and I will make some tests after the update to show you how good the helicopter is. Okay? So Desert Jaeger, by far the best ground force specialist, the tank specialist. I use him on my light tank, but if I had only a main battle tank, I would use him for my main battle tank. He rips hard. He's a true stunner. Deals a lot of damage. He got some passive healing, the best passive healing by far. And you have some dodge, firing rate increase. I mean, he is the man. So if you're looking for Desert Jaeger, you're not making a bad decision. He is truly the best of the best for any armor, except the super heavy. And maybe heavy tank if you're still early in game. Steel Phoenix, she's the second. But she goes well with Desert Jaeger. Okay? She got some active healing. She has some shield. She also increased the firing rate. And she deals load of damage. So either one, but if you want the latest and the greatest, go for Desert Jaeger. If you want both, then you will have a fierce unit. You saw my video. You saw how my light tank behave on the battlefield. It just rips hard. Now, that is for the tank specialist. Universal officer, there's not a lot of option. We have Wings of Wanderlust, and we have the other cowboy, the arbitrator. They are totally different. A true universal or versatile officer is Wings of Wanderlust. He's not new, but he's still freaking amazing. I have him on my main battle tank with that lady right here, Lady Shadow. Does well for the main battle tank. I have him also on my anti-tank gun and howitzer depending of the profile. So cowboy on the anti-tank gun for defensive purposes, an absolute menace. And he's versatile, so he's, like I say, he's good for about pretty much everything as long as you understand his skill. He doesn't deal damage. His officer skill doesn't deal damage, but it increases the firepower and durability. Okay, so you just to keep this in mind. Then the arbitrator. The arbitrator is ideal if you are a team player that likes to run heavy groups, so super heavy in howitzers, artillery. He is the man. He is the best for that purpose. Base to base or soloing a base, he's still good, but he really shines when you are running rallies and you initiate the siege with a different super heavy that doesn't have arbitrator. So when the other super heavy picks up the siege, he will when his officer skill kicks in, the base aggro will be focused on his unit, therefore preserving the first super heavy that started the siege. So the base is sharing the aggro between those two super heavies. There's many benefit to that. Let's say that you initiate the siege, but you screw up. You start with a howitzer, okay? You will be able to save the sieging party when the officer skill kicks in, because the base aggro will be concentrated on his unit that he's leading, okay? Or when another unit get destroyed, you can preserve the army group integrity with this officer. Is really useful for that. At first, when I awakened him, I didn't find him crazy as a solo officer, but he's awesome in a group. If you have a sieging party with two super heavies that have arbitrator, or even our infantry that have arbitrator, you're not gonna lose a lot of units during a siege. Even if the base pops the blue shield, like the blue walls, like if your super heavy is solid, the blue walls will not affect the outcome unless it's a mega well. Very useful arbitrator, but he's specific to tanking bases. As the other cowboy Wings of Wanderlust, is a true versatile officer that is good for almost every unit. Okay, it would be a better value, in my opinion. Now let's talk about the artillery specialist. We have Lady Liberté, we have Red Heat, we have Madame Vindicta. That's pretty much it, I believe. All right, I have all of them, so listen up. It's important. If you don't have any of them and you're looking for a solid howitzer specialist, go with either Madame Vindicta or Lady Liberté. Madame Vindicta will deal more damage, but Lady Liberté, she's a little bit better if you're fighting more on the field, because of one of her skill. She will silence the target. What is the skill called? This one? Reduce the skill load time. That is also good. This one. This officer's artillery troop has a 25% chance to silence the enemy ground force troop for 2 seconds. That's useful. And what's the definition? A debuff that pauses the tactical skill prep time of the troop's officer. That can be a deal breaker if you fight on the field and you attack a target that has the same load time as you. If this skill pops or kicks in, your opponent officer skill will not fire at the same time as your officer skill shot, so you will have the upper hand. That's the only benefit. Otherwise, I would go with Madame Vindicta. She deals more firepower. All right. Baguette. What are you saying? Check her base skill, and it's super crazy. Yeah, Frost, this video for the tree fighters is coming soon. Okay, you have to give me time. Havoc and Lady Shadow be good. Yes, it's a good combination. Is it worth it if you have a weak base? What do you mean time space? So between those two extended range officer, I would go with Madame Vindicta, but Lady Liberté, she's not a bad choice. Now, if you have either one already, and you're looking to up your game for the artillery, go with the Red Heat. She is crazy. Red Heat, she have the best splash damage by far. It is absolutely brutal. You will wipe one enemy unit and maybe 3 more in a single shot, depending of the HP of your opposition, of your opponent. She will triple the amount of kills per skill shot. She's that strong. At first, when I look at her skill, I said, it's not crazy, but everything adds up, and once she's awakened, she slaps hard. She's my main officer for field fighting work. Okay? Her ready with Vindicta on the rocket truck. Watch out. You have no chance. You're not gonna survive. It's a brutal combination. Okay? If you know how to play with the artillery, if you know how to play with the range, the load time, the reload time, the skill shot, if you know how to manage all of this and you're a true artillery specialist, ready, she got it. But she needs an extended range officer to work with. That is the best, especially if you play with the rocket truck. All right. So those are the officers. Those are the most desirable Bistro heroes that you can get right now. Maybe you are a Navy guy. Maybe you spend or invest a lot in the Navy because you found out that this is where you can get, you can equalize the power. Since the Navy is fairly new, not everyone have some decent ship, and the only way to have the upper hand is by having a strong officer. So Steel Commodore, I awakened her recently. I'm very happy with her skills. She deals a lot of damage. She has some offense and defense skills, so she's well-rounded. She's versatile. She will work best on the aircraft carrier, even if that unit is less desirable now, but the meta could change. You never know. She's good on any ship. She works on any ship, but she have a little bonus for the aircraft carrier because one of her skill increase with the range, I believe. Increases the damage intensity of this officer's troop by 20%. For every map grid of distance between their troop and its target, its damage intensity is increased by an extra 1%. So the aircraft carrier having the longest range, you have this skill will benefit the aircraft carrier more, but it's not a huge difference. Okay, she's good for the summer. She's good for any ship, and she's a good officer if you want to up your game on water. There's nobody else, so it's an easy choice. But since you can only trade one Bistro, this could be a good deal, guys. You just have to be open-minded. I know a lot of you don't like the Navy. I'm not a fan either. But remember that in the Conquest, you will never be a top fighting machine commander if you stay inside your base. Because the garrison kill are reduced by half. The points you earn from every garrison kill, so every time your base is under attack and you defend yourself, not actively the base, so the garrison kills are the points are cut in half. So you're not gonna be a leaderboard with those kills. Field work, yes, you get the full value, but if you kill on the water, you get 30% more points for fighting machine. The kills are on the potential points are on the water. So if you have a good officer, good troops, you're not swimming against the stream, all right? But is it worth to swap Lady Liberty for Steel Commodore? No. No. Nah. I wouldn't do it. It's gonna be an expensive swap. Percy, yes, but she got a good skill. The garrison bonus, at least. Sir, the upcoming officer swap can be swapped either she or he not awakened. Assuming 3333 on lounge officer, can he be swapped to another lounge officer? Thanks for... I don't know, Dillinger. I don't know. I asked the question, and if you saw the answer, you would laugh in my face because it's almost comical. Hey Melvin, what's good? 33%, not half. What? I lost you. So still Commodore. Now, Air Force. There's a few options. The best officer is Fleeting Arrow. He's not bad, Darkwing. Actually, they're both good. They're both good. I ran some tests. Fleeting Arrow and Fox is the best for your tanking jet. But if you have Nagarani and Fox, it's almost as good. Just keep this in mind. And trust me, I ran plenty of tests, 2 equal jets going against each other in many different ways. There's not a huge difference. If you already have Nagarani and Fox and you don't have Darkwing, go with Darkwing. He deals a lot of damage, especially when he's paired with Sky Jockey. If you already have Darkwing and you're an air guy, you want the absolute best, Fleeting Arrow is by default the best choice. I'm almost done with Fleeting Arrow. I need 70 statues to max this skill and awaken her. But I think that right now, even not awakened like that, she's very good. This guy, forget about it. If you awaken this guy, please unsubscribe from my channel right now, okay? Because obviously you didn't pay attention and you don't deserve to be a subscriber. I'm kidding, but I would be very disappointed if you awaken that guy. Okay. Another good option, if you can awaken or max one skill, is Mischief Maker. Sorry, this Fury Punch. This skill is beautiful. The best skill from the Air Force, increases the damage intensity of this officer's troop by up to 35%. Guys, 35% when attacking enemy troops. That is huge. That will be my next skill to max. Okay, mark my word. Garrison kills. Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you, Melvin. All right, I take this back. So when I talk about the fighting machine kills, the garrison kills counts for 33% of your points instead of full value, and water is boosted by 50%. So the latter is huge. Yes, it's huge. So this is where you can gain some points if you fight on water. If you are a turtle, shame on you, but you get no points. And you get no points. Rictus Reaper for the win. If you awaken Rictus Reaper, man,
Blow your mind.
I may not love you anymore. He looks like a joker, but he's a joke. So those are the officers I recommend if you want to do the trading, the swap. But remember, it's gonna be expensive. They ain't cheap. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. It's each case is individual. It's up to you. If you made it that far in game, it means that you're smart enough to do the right thing. And for all of you that ask me for advice in game, I try, but it's hard for me. So I better, like it's better for me to not give you advice. Okay, I give advice as a professional for my day-to-day business operation. That's what I do. I'm an advisor. Okay, and when I give advice, it's because I gather enough information so my advice is accurate. All right. When you ask me for an advice in game, I don't know you. I don't know how you play, which officer you have, what level, what field, what is the opposition, what is your conquest, your battleground. All those information for me are important to help me give a good advice. I don't know any of that. So I don't want to be that guy. Hey, Mag gave me the wrong advice. He's an asshole. I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want to be that guy. So it's not because I'm rude or you're wasting my time. I answer every time somebody talk to me, I answer. But I cannot give you advice. I will try the best to help you, but I cannot give you advice. All right? That's all I want to say about this. The real Swim Shady. What's up, bro? Having a good day? 1 hour, 13 minutes before the update. I think if you need a little like you need for Fleeting Arrow, is it worth it because the game is giving you like 5? Yes, it's worth it. Yeah, Melvin. If the game allow me to do the swap for Max and Fleeting Arrow, then this will cost me 0. It will cost me 80,000 gold. That's it. If it works, I'll be very happy. For me, it's beautiful. But not everybody's in the same position. So hopefully, you see this, I'm praying the little God that they will allow me. If it doesn't, it doesn't matter. I'll max your next bistro. Did you calculate the cost of a premium officer swapping? Yes, I did. Yes. Time space. I did. Oh, maybe you missed that part. Maybe you missed that part. Hold on. Hey, by the way, I have a gift code. You want the gift code? I almost forgot the gift code. New gift codes are coming. So this is the gift code. Let me pin it. All right. Happy gift code. More will come soon. All right, so let me, okay, so time space, listen up. And everybody who missed that information, listen up so you don't have to review the stream again. To make a complete swap. So you have an awakened officer. Listen, it's important. If you start with a complete awakening officer and you want to swap it from a locked officer that have 0 skill, nothing, you will need 730 vouchers or coupons. All right? You can obtain 155 for 5 USD or 5 euro or 5 Canadian dollars or 500 or 499 diamonds, okay, you get 155 and you need 730. The difference is 575 coupons. Okay, we don't know how much 575 coupons cost, but we can assume something. So let's first go with this pack right here. Officer swap gift. You have one for free, then the next 4 coupons cost $2. So every coupon cost 50 cents. Then another 4 coupons for $2. We don't know the rest. It's hidden, and there's a good reason for that. But if you look at the value, it is discounted by 2,000%. All right. The next source to obtain those coupons is from the Officer Swap Special. You see here 13.72%, because each voucher for the first pack cost $1. 5 vouchers, $5. The other pack is 4 vouchers, $2. So this is at least good value, but we don't know the other pack since we're swimming in the unknown here. Let's use this pack as a reference. If the value stays the same, we can assume that every voucher costs $1. But if you need 575 vouchers, it will cost you $575. You will be able to plus the $5 extra for the rest of the coupons. So it will cost you $580 for a full swap. Got it? How much coupon can we get for free to play? You can get 80 coupons for 80,000 gold, plus another 20 coupons with the battle pass. So you get 100 coupons for 80,000 gold. 80 coupons for 80,000 gold, 20 free coupons for free. And if you want the additional 55 coupons, it will cost you $5. Yes, time space. Yes, that's true. You can spin the wheel and get more coupons if we're looking for free to play. Bistro doesn't work. Everybody understand now? Or I have to repeat it once again? Thank you very much. So there you have it, friends. Now I can do my daily. My pleasure, time space. I wish you a great evening. All right. Ooh, second place in the arena. Who tried to dethrone me? Nobody. Challenge somebody. Oh, I'm gonna challenge Toll. Robo. Why are you laughing? You're laughing at me? Do I amuse you? Am I a clown? Oh. He beat me, bastard. Like we say in Italian, fuck you. So when is that even popping? Not at the reset, a few days later, I guess. It's definitely the most popular event by far. Some people are absolutely going bananas over that event. I guess they want to get rid of some officers. Hey, Joshua Sancho. It's a take it or leave it deal. It's once in a lifetime. We don't see officer reset too often. I remember we had 2 of them back in the days. One of them for Spanner, one of them for The Witcher, and one for Angel of Light. Angel of Light and Spanner on the same event at the update 2.0. Friends, 2.0. This is 13. It's been a long time. More than 3 years ago. I remember. The update 2.0 was a shocker. Everybody was upset. A lot of people were upset. They adjusted Spanner. They adjusted Angel of Light. Was it Angel of Light or it was White Wolf? Definitely Spanner, but another officer they adjust. So they allow you, they reset those officers for you. They also reset Randall Miller, War Machine, when they introduced the new Alliance Boutique. Good memory. Then the other officer was The Witcher. The Witcher, they found out that her shield was too strong and they adjusted. So they said, well, we're going to modify the officers. So if you're not happy with The Witcher or happy with the new change we've made, we're going to allow you to, we're going to give you your statues back and you do whatever you want with it. So that were the only case where they where they did an officer reset because of their mistake, not your mistake. Okay? So now if you screwed up awakening the wrong officer, it will cost you $5 to fix your mistake. I think it's a good deal. $5. It's nothing. Nothing costs $5 nowadays. A coffee is $5. And it costs what? 20 cents to make? Oh. Unless you want a frappuccino venti with some whipped cream and gold dust with some unicorn poop. That's gonna be more expensive. Otherwise, it's $5. $5 for a coffee is crazy. But if that's your thing, then if this is your pleasure, you do what you have to do, friends. No, you were 2 minutes behind. That's too bad. You're gonna have to replay the stream. Wings of Freedom, what's up? It's either people are gonna hate this update or like it. Lol, my alliance has split opinion on it. Why would they hate the update? What's the hate about this update? Why would they hate the update? Is there something I missed about the $5? Man, you have to choose your battle. If you hate the update just because it's gonna cost you $5, then either you live a perfect life or you had a rough day. Did I use my token? Okay, I did. But I made some mistake. I understand that. I made some huge mistake. Well, huge. I awakened some officers that I regret. So we all been there. It's not that I don't like Starbucks. I don't like overpriced product. I mean, I don't mind spending as long as I have value out of it. Okay, I'd rather eat a perfect hot dog with the topics I want, then eating a bad steak, a well done steak. Okay, it's not of how much it costs, is how much you get for your money. Why would you spend? I mean, that's my mindset, and we can disagree, that's fine, everybody have their opinion. I brew my own coffee, so I don't understand why people spend 50 cents to up to $1 for those Keurig cups, those instant coffee thing, those individual cups. It's more expensive and the quality is the same. Yes, it's practical, but you create a lot of waste. And brewing your own coffee, pour it in a mug to go, it's not complicated. Everybody can do it. It's it's almost automatic if you program your coffee brewer, your brewing machine, your dripper every morning. Like, you fill it with coffee, with water, you program it for whatever time you wake up with the smell of coffee, your coffee is ready, you pour it in your cup, go to work, cost you almost nothing. If you want to open a business and be successful, open a coffee shop. You will make a lot of profit because coffee doesn't cost much. You have almost no waste. You can upsell your customer with whipped cream that costs 2 cents and you charge $3 for it. Coffee is an amazing business, but I refuse to pay $5 for a coffee when you can do it at home in 2 minutes. Okay? Hello. My thoughts on the why, not good, I'm afraid. Not good. I'm glad that you asked the question because I was about to go rogue on coffee discussion here. Hawaii, mind you, we're gonna enter this conquest in about a week, 2 weeks. So I have no feedback other than your feedback, and so far it's not good. It doesn't sound good. It reminds me of Cairo, when you have those zones that limit your movement and you can only fight two alliances at the same time. The zones like that reminds me of Rome. Remember those air battle zones? Similar, but you can only fight one alliance there, unless you control, I guess, those two zones and you are surrounded by enemies, which I don't think is the case between them, the green alliance and the red alliance. I think they are friends. So I mean, the concept is good, but I don't think if the execution is good. So far, the feedback I got from a Y is bad. So my opinion is based on that. Maybe once we will play it, my opinion will change. But so far, it's not looking good. It looks like a very boring map. What's happening here? I don't know. I joined this stream, thought to be about the update, and now it's coffee contents. Are you joined at the wrong timing, sir? But you can replay the stream. We definitely talk about the update. Okay, it's not a bad advertising. I'm Brazilian, and here we make our own coffee. Good for you. It's very rare to get it from a store. Homemade coffee has much better flavor. Well, you control if you grind fresh beans. In America, it's crazy. In America, we have this culture of drive-through, okay? And in Canada, where I live, we have those Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is the equivalent of the Dunkin' Donuts in USA, okay? Tim Horton food is absolute trash since they got purchased by Burger King, which is not a standard in food. Okay, it's American chain. They purchased Tim Horton, which is a Canadian chain, and the food was already bad. It went to worse. But this is not to critique their food. Is every Tim Horton have a drive-through, and I swear, every morning that I drive in front of a Tim Horton, there's at least a 10 car lineup, a queue of 10 cars waiting at the drive-through, and most of those customers they want their morning coffee. Why can't you make your coffee at home so you don't have to wait 15 minutes in line to get your coffee that is inferior? I don't know. I don't understand, but whatever. That's my maybe I should open a Tim Hortons, or maybe not. I would not be happy regardless. Coffee, it's that thing that people are so addicted to it. Would be better with 16 alliance. The map is huge. Okay, 16 alliance, right. 44 Mag, did you get my screenshot of what will happen if your ally get put right beside? No, I did not get your screenshot. I did not look at the chat just in case somebody sent me something weird. I did not get your screenshot. You can send it, Jay. I work in a Costa Coffee and my store has made 250,000 net profit this year. I believe you. Yeah, coffee, there's a huge margin in coffee compared to opening a restaurant where you deal with a lot of losses. Ingredients produced, they can go bad. You don't have this problem with coffee. And you can sling those coffee, you know, really quick. As for food, you need prep time, you need some good cooks, a chef. It's more complicated. Open a coffee business and invite me. I'll go try your coffee. Guys, no joke, I am so close to blue jets. Let me show you. I'm just gonna finish my dailies. I want that, and I will pick the navy ammo. That's it. Okay, look at that. So I have supply other. I have 10,500 badges. All right. It may look like a lot, but for the Air Force investigation, you don't go far. If you look at my Modern War airplane, so this is about to be done. 9 out of 10 for particle beam weapons, and now 9 out of 10 for laser weaponry. This is max. This is done. Missile defense systems, 2 more investigation. Same thing for long range AAM. Yeah, this is not cheap. Air Force, 1,000 coupons, 1,000 badges to complete this. And then we're looking at almost 3,200 times 2. Okay, so with the quantity of badges that I have and the amount of investigation that needs to be done, I almost have enough. In a few days, I will have those blue jets. I will have those blue jets for the next conquest. By the next conquest, I will have max Air Force. I'll be very happy. Once this is done, what is the next step? I have a choice between working the infantry or working the advanced city defense. The choice is not hard. No offense to all you infantry guys. I'm too far behind. I will go with the advanced city defense so I can plot my base and blocky construction and laugh all day when they try to attack my base. Another Canadian. Okay, good. Tim Horton unite. Just get Dunkin' Donut pumpkin spice flavor. I tried. I think I tried it. I'm not a fan of those fancy coffee, but every time I travel to the US, I live about 1 hour from the border of New York, and I go about maybe 10 times a year. And every time I go, I stop at the Dunkin' Donuts. I get something from there. Just so it's different. Tim Horton came to the UK. The place is always empty because it's trash. It's not good food. Once the donuts were made in house, now it's everything is frozen or pre-made. They just assemble the food. There's no passion. It's efficiency before everything else. And you shouldn't eat any of that food anyways. It's bad for your health, but sometimes you're in a hurry, you work on the road, you forget your lunch. I get that. You want a quick lunch, but I avoid Tim Horton. I'd rather go to McDonald's. Actually, the coffee at McDonald's is much better than the coffee at Tim Hortons. By far. My opinion, and it's probably cheaper too. But Tim Horton, they got renowned for their coffee and their donuts in the beginning. Then they expanded their menu. They offer some sandwich and then whatnot, but everything is trash. I know my food. If you like this kind of food, then that's good. How do you stay passionate about the game? I'm already finding a little stale, and it's my first T4. I don't know. I guess I love this game. I don't know how old you are, Bob. I grew up with Command and Conquer. I finished high school when Command and Conquer got released, and I absolutely love that game. The thing I like about Warpath is you play. Oh, thank you, JVP. Is you play against people from all around the world, different culture, and if you're lucky enough to find a good conquest, it's really exciting. Happy Remembrance Day to you, sir. Thank you. That's what I like about the game. Maybe I like the competitive aspect of it. I don't know. But maybe for you, it's soon. I'm gonna stream another game, guys. Can I show it to you? I will. I will show you the Steam title. The Steam library. So this one, Cleared Hot. You can look it up if you want. It's my type of game. It's a different game than Warpath. It's totally different. If you remember the series, the Desert Strike series on the console, this is like an update version of it. It's beautiful. It's well made. It's exciting. Early access begins November 20th, so I will play the game. I tried the demo. I really loved it. You can play not the demo, but yeah, you can play the demo if you want. It's, I'm sure, less expensive than Warpath, but this is the game I will be streaming as soon as it becomes available. I'm not quitting Warpath. Don't think I'm quitting. No. But I will give this game a try because it reaches me. Okay. The owner of Tim Horton died. Yes. After being drunk and high. Tells you all you need to know. Yeah. I've made some research about Tim Horton. Despite not loving the chain, it's kind of part of our heritage as Canadian. You know, it's a Canadian thing, and I look into it, and that's where heard the story about the owner that died in a car accident. Mind you, back then cars were not safe. So, anyways, I enjoy it to begin with C1, C2, then no one wants to fight anymore. Oh, I get it. Yeah, Bob. Okay, I get it where you're going. I started playing Warpath in version 1 more than 4 years ago. Back then, it was about server war. Okay, we didn't have conquest yet. The conquests were in construction, and all we did was invading cities, pissing off other players. We had many alliances with 255 members. The servers were crowded. There was daily wars. We would go to another city, wreak havoc, come back, and repeat every night just to piss them off. It was beautiful. Back in the days, that was the best Warpath moment, in my opinion. Then the conquest began, and I thought that the conquest was like one-time affair, but since after the first conquest, it keeps repeating, and we kept playing Moscow and Moscow over again. And then San Francisco came up, and then other cities, but it was still a cycle, and it kept going and going, and the magic was gone. The server wars were amazing. When I was in server 8, I swear, we were at war almost every day, like a week-long wars, building a central command to invade a city, then people will recruit other alliances against us, and some friends will join us. We had mega wars. It was amazing. Hey, Boost. Late Night told me that. Yeah, he's famous. I'm sure you know him. Yeah. Oh, yeah, him and the Blue Jays. Oh, jeez. The Blue Jays, or not the Blue Jays, the Maple Leaf. Yeah, he's crazy. I don't know what he does for a living, that guy. Anyways, yeah, that was the good old days of server wars. The best days of Warpath. I swear to God, it was freaking amazing. I remember once a friend, I was in a Vietnamese alliance, and our friends got their city invaded in Edinburgh, and they were about to lose the combatant command, and that alliance that got invaded, it used to be the most dominating alliance in the server. We had a lot of respect for them, but they didn't want to do some daily wars, so little to little they start to decay as people were getting bored, and they joined our alliance because we were actively fighting. So that alliance became a farming alliance. And they were overconfident. They let their city get invaded, and they thought that they'll never be able to touch our combatant command, and they lost it. So we conducted an operation. The leader of the Vietnamese alliance said, Mag, we need you. Like, you need to wake up at 3 a.m. We need you. This operation must be successful. So we need everybody to jump at this precise moment, at this precise spot. We're going to make a central command, and we need your support. So I did. I woke up at 3 a.m. I didn't want to, but I had to. You know, this operation could not fail. And it was a hot landing. It is just too bad that I didn't capture those moments, because it was at one moment our central command almost didn't make it because somebody will drop in and block the construction, and everybody started to jump without being able to deploy because the area was packed of bases. And I think that 7 bases or 7 trucks deploy the jump at the same spot, and it was chaos, absolute chaos. One of the highlight of the early days, we finally pushed back. As soon as we landed and we complete the central command, we started to gain control over the situation. The opposition, they bring people from other cities to join their rank, and so we did, and it was a major battle. It was hard. My base got burned many times, and eventually, you know, when you play that game at the beginning, your base gets burned often, and then it slows down a little bit, and then you can maintain a proper base, and this is when, you know, you're getting the upper hand, right? So yeah, we defeat that alliance. They got pushed back out of Europe, and there you go. So just to make a long story short, those were the best days by far. It was truly a rivalry between two camps. I remember our server was on S14 when I was in 3-4 ID and 2-1 came to Seattle. I know I played a lot against S14 back then. S14 back then, it was like it was the most dominant server. I remember S14 back then. He's a forklift driver in the Leafs, and oh, that's why. Yes. Okay, now I understand. He works for the Leafs and Blue Jays. That's why. Yeah, he's a character, that's for sure. Yep. So it's too bad that now the new server, there's no server war. Usually there's one or two alliances that dominate the server, and that's it. Back then, man, there were a lot more commanders in a server, and it was a different dynamic for sure. I miss those days. Oh well. I didn't know that about late night. Is he still playing? Or is he still talking? Because he doesn't play much. He's more talking than anything else.
Each cannon has a temper all its own.
I've been playing this game for 4 years, so I know quite a few characters. I think that's it for today's friend. I'm not gonna let you watch me do my daily mission. There's not much stuff to do anyways. Trying to imagine a wheel base with 7.2 units and the default skin. Yeah, back then there was no skin. Everybody had... We played with 7.2 units for a long time. Modern units, back then, they were not existent. Back then, there was no Air Force either. It was basic stuff. We had nothing. But we had fun nonetheless. Was there army groups back then? Yeah. During those big wars, we had those army groups. They were introduced a long time ago. They need to open more cities for fun on the server. They need to create rivalries, and but now Warpath is all about conquest. That's the thing. I currently play in server 161 now, but I first started playing in S59 and really missed the early days in the bigger server. These new small server players are missing out. Yeah, it's a shame. I don't know why they cut down on the amount of cities. I guess they don't have the same amount of commanders playing or players downloading the game. Because when I started playing Warpath, it was during COVID. Back then, we had nothing to do. We were confined at home. We had disposable income. We had nothing else to do, and people were playing any game. And this is when I started playing Warpath. S14 was strong, yeah. They were the strongest back then. like UN and what's the other name of the alliance? T01, right? Not sure if anyone has redeemed this code yet, but here is a redemption code. Patch preview. Oh, we're gonna try this one. Patch preview 131. Is that a real code? We're gonna try it. Thank you, Bob. Bobby for the win. So let me try this code. Lilith Warpath code gift redemption. International server. What's my UID again? Password. Enter your email address. Enter your verification code. Get code. Where's my code? Here's my code. Yep, that's me. So let's enter the code. Copy. Yeah, boy, it works. Thank you, Bob. It's good for 500 gold, 20 3-minute rushes, building material rushes, 20 research rushes of 3 minutes, and 5 150,000 crates. Attaboy. Muchos gracias, señor. Scouts plane, yeah. Back then, the Scouts plane was... we had them in level 1 and level 2 cities. Oh, I remember when we entered our first level 2 cities, it was foggy. I think it was Boston, and we had to deploy the Skyplanes while fighting people defending the city. That was crazy. And yeah, Scouts plane, they were a pain in the ass. Wasn't Mass with Nan for the first 2 C4 before he quit. Then he came back. Yeah, I remember Mass as well. Most, yeah, those Scouts plane. What combo is best for SH? Iron Cavalier plus Uncle, or Iron Cavalier plus Iron Cavalier and Dawn Anthem if you want to tank a base, brother. Uncle is better for a field fighting unit. Yeah, there you go, the latter. Swim shady. Good advice. I agree. So you guys got 2 gift codes. Thanks to Bob. You the man. All right, friends. That's it for today. The update is in 32 minutes. I wish you a great evening. I'll see you after the update. I will share with you my helicopter test before and after the update, how good it became. I think it's going to be good. I think the helicopter will be... I can show you my test real quick. I will give you a sneak peek. Okay, hold on. Uno momento. Helicopter test. So, okay, so I set the benchmark. No, not this one. So this is the benchmark. I used Cowboy and Lady Shadow versus Steel Phoenix and Lady Shadow as well. Those 2 units are not identical, but that's the best benchmark I could find, and I will repeat this test after the update. So now I tried main battle tank versus main battle tank to see how much unit I can destroy. I have a better unit than Neo, so I lost 6 units. MBT versus MBT. Now I'm going to use the helicopter versus the MBT, and I keep the same officers just to show you how good is the helicopter versus against the main battle tank, because right now most people are using main battle tanks and light tanks, okay? But the best way to defeat a main battle tank is to use the chopper. However, the light tank will chew the helicopter, so you can tell I'm already dealing more damage. With the main battle tank, I lost 6 units, or I had 6 units left. Then I have 11 units left. So I lost almost twice as less unit than the main battle tank versus main battle tank. So the helicopter is not a bad unit. It defeats the main battle tank. After the update, I will repeat the test and you will see for yourself how good it became. Remember, 30% more penetration and 5% dodge rate. That should give this unit a little bit more oomph. All right, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the Air Force video.
I don't like to talk crap.
A lot of exciting content coming in. And until then, friends, I'm going to wish you a great evening, good night, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.